It was winter and I was in my tiny student room and we were in lockdown. I was an aspiring photographer but with no one to photograph. So I turned the camera towards myself and I decided to do a self-portrait challenge. Little did I know how much this challenge would change my life. I had always been behind the camera. I studied the light, I studied the composition, I found amazing location to shoot, I had amazing creative ideas, but just like many other photographers, I would hide behind my camera. I didn't feel photogenic. All I could see was all my imperfections, and I was good at hiding behind the camera. But who am I as a photographer to ask my clients and my friends to step in front of a lens and to allow themselves to be vulnerable enough to be seen by me and to let me capture them if I couldn't even do it myself? So when lockdown came around and I had no one to photograph, not only were self-portraits a way for me to find a creative practice, it also became a way for me to understand better what I was asking others to do and to step in that power myself. So during lockdown, I decided to challenge myself. No professional studio, just me, myself, and my lens. I was at a time living in a tiny student room, but I did the best of it with what I have around me to create the best thing ever. Just natural light, what I could find in my room, and myself as the model. I started taking self-portraits, not just selfies, but an intentional creative practice that would change my life and the relationship I have towards myself. Some days I would spend 5 hours with my phone on airplane mode, put nice music, try on different outfits, set up the tripod, and have the best fun possible. It was like my doors was closed. It was just me, myself, and I in my room having the best time ever, just getting creative and just trying to bring certain visions to life. But some other days I would find it so hard because self-portraits are all about learning how to see yourself. And some days all I could see was all the imperfection and I found it hard to look at myself. But I kept going. The more I practiced, the more I started to see something shift. I stopped focusing on how to look pretty and I focused on how I felt. The moments in between poses and the moments where I simply allowed myself to be me. Those were the moments. And this is when I realized it's not about trying to be someone else, not trying to be photogenic. It's not about copying that pose you saw on Pinterest. It's about learning to see yourself as you are with its simplicity. I suddenly started to see myself as a whole and not as a checklist of flaws. The camera became my mirror and that mirror became my practice. A practice of witnessing myself with love. And as I'd like to say, it was about learning to move from eyes of criticism to eyes of love. Now, few years later, I still love to take self-portraits of myself and it became a ritual and a practice for myself. I don't do it per se for content anymore. I just like to do it to reconnect to myself and deepen my self-love journey. There are so many self-portraits out there that I've taken that have never made it online because self-portraits are about so much more than the results of the photos. Self-portraits are about the process of allowing yourself to be seen, allowing yourself to be vulnerable, allowing yourself to embrace who you are and to be in the present moment and learning how to drop into your body in that moment. And trust me, that takes time, but it's such a beautiful practice that can truly change the relationship you have with yourself and help you also deepen your creative process. For self-portraits, I love to create a safe space for myself. So whether it's about putting the nice light on, lighting a candle, putting an incense, or putting a playlist that makes you feel so good, or wearing clothes that makes you feel powerful, sexy, that makes you feel feminine, or if it's about creating a different character, like finding clothes or outfits or objects that can help you embody that character. But I mostly love self-portrait to just lean into my creativity and just drop more into my body and into my sensual and feminine self. I breathe, I move, and I let the shoot unfold without pressure and just learning to be in a state of being. Oftentimes, I like to check in with myself after self-portrait shoots or take my journal and just journal and reflect. How did I feel? What felt maybe out there? What was I trying to hide? Was there something that I can work on? Is there maybe a feeling that I felt that I really enjoy? And how can I bring that forward into my life outside of the self-portraits, outside of this room and bubble, safe space that I created for myself? And guess what? I want to share that practice with you. And you don't need a camera to start. All you need is a mirror. Mirror gazing is one of the exercises I love to share with other women whenever I get the chance. A practice that I often do for myself. And as my camera was my mirror, you don't need a camera. You can simply start with a mirror you have at home with yourself, and I'm going to tell you how. So I want you to sit or stand in front of a mirror, whatever feels more comfortable for you. And I want you to gaze into your eyes and set a timer for 3 minutes. During those 3 minutes, I want you to look at yourself. 3 minutes is long, so if it feels too long, you can also build your way up to it. Start with 1 minute and then build your way to 3. And then you can even build it further up to 10 minutes or however long you like. Once the 3 minutes has gone by, and the timer rings, I want you to stay in front of the mirror and keep staring at yourself in the eyes, but I want you to give yourself 10 statements of what you love about yourself. And I want you to start with I and not you, because I want you to talk to yourself and see yourself receive the compliments that you're giving yourself. For you to open yourself to receiving that love from yourself and not from others. For example, I love your pink world vision of the world. And you can go on and on and on. The reason why I say 10 is because it's so easy to come up with 3 or 5 reasons why you love yourself. And easy is a big word because even these can be hard. But going up to 10 is extremely hard, even if you keep on doing it. But it's about building that muscle for yourself of finding ways and finding things about yourself that you love about yourself, whether it's external, internal, whatever it is. I want you to learn how to deepen that self-love with yourself, simply with a mirror, just like I do with self-portraits. Stay with the discomfort and let it soften. Let yourself feel all the emotion that might rise up, as they're all valid. And this is where your healing journey starts. You can use this practice every day or whenever you need. I still like to use it from time to time to come back to myself. So if you try it, let me know in the comments how you like it. So many of us have learned how to perform in front of a camera. To pose, to hide, to embody someone else. But what if photography isn't about being perfect? What if it was a way to come home to yourself? That's what photography became for me. A way to come home to myself. A way to embrace who I fully am and to learn how to embrace who I am as a whole. And that's what I now offer to others, whether it's through my one-on-one self-love photo shoots, whether it's through my retreats, whether it's through the courses I set out, or anything, or the woman that I meet on my path. I am here to remind you that it is safe to be you as you are today. Not when this or that, but in this right moment, in the present, you are beautiful as you are. If you've ever felt disconnected from your body, from yourself, or from your creativity, I hope you'll try this practice, whether it's the mirror gazing or the self-portrait. And if you try it, please let me know in the comments, as I would love to hear about your experience. If this video spoke to you and you want to try to go deeper into self-portraits, but you don't know where to start, I've created a self-portrait ebook where I go deeper with prompts, exercise, and a little bit more of a program to help you get into it, with the goal to empower you and deepen your self-love relationship with yourself. So if this is something that you're interested, I'll put the link in the description below. And I also have a 6-week online course, Self-Love Through Self-Portraits, that I host once or twice a year. I don't have the new dates yet, but I'll put the link in the description below for you to keep. I usually update the dates over there. It's a beautiful 6 weeks online container with a group of women, very intimate group, with myself included, where I guide you through a 6-week journey of self-portraits and of self-love and your relationship with yourself and how to deepen your creative process through it all. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like to keep following this journey with me. I just started out, this is my first video, but I have so much I want to share with all of you about my journey and about ways that can help you feel more empowered and how art can be such a beautiful tool to heal and to deepen your self-love. And I would love to hear from you if you've ever tried taking self-portraits or doing any mirror gazing exercise. Tell me in the comments and I'd love to know. I'm so glad you're here. You don't need permission to feel radiant, just space to be witnessed. With love, Julie.